Success of Team RJN, speaks for itself.
Bob was a big part of why I joined this team. He's really helped me over the years grow as a driver and as an individual in and outside of the car.
And he's just such a nice guy, and it's such a family atmosphere.
It's no secret that we've done more SRO races than anybody else, and we really enjoyed it, and no need to do anything else really, except perhaps retire.
2007 was my first race for RJN. It was at the Nürburgring, actually on the Nordschleife. That was my first race for them, and then at the end of 2007 I did a couple of races for them in GT4 European Cup in 350Z. That was my first race for RJN. Bob saw my talents and what I could do as a driver, and he pushed to get the budget, and we won the championship 2011. Blancpain, we won Spa as well, which was just mega. Won the whole series, which was great. And then 2012, the GTR GT3 came about, and that was born. I did all the testing. Blancpain, we started 2012 with the GT3 GTR, and like any new car, we struggled a bit in its first year, but that's pretty normal for any new manufacturer coming into a series like Blancpain. Finally win the title, 2015 Blancpain Endurance Series champions, that had such a ring to it. It was something obviously I've always worked towards, and that was my goal ever since I became a GT driver in 08. That was where I wanted to be.
Alex was great to win the champ. We were so delighted to win it with him, because he came originally when we were running in GT4. He started with us in GT4, and so yeah, to win the championship with him was very, very special.
Win one of the best championships that you can in the world. We did that with the family-run RJN team. The car was fast that year, and we certainly made the most of it. And he's been team manager for so many years, and he's just such a nice guy, and it's such a family atmosphere.
Every team in a way is like a small family up and down the paddock, but I think RJN particularly, with it being Bob and Liz, who started the team so many years ago.
I really trust Bob and Liz's opinion. Got a great family atmosphere within the team, and for me in the last 3 years the team has just grown and grown.
Over 20 years with Nissan, it's hard to comprehend what it is like to switch brands. I think you've already spoken with Chris Buncombe. He's been very instrumental in negotiating with JAS, who built this lovely car down in Milan, and with JB over in America, and myself, to try and get the possibility of racing a Honda at all. He just had this idea that maybe this would be a good thing to do.
Really, my involvement in Jenson Team Rocket RJN is more on a commercial basis. It's something that's happened. Jenson and I have been speaking for years through his time in Formula One about maybe one day having a team, and maybe from his point of view putting something back into the sport, helping young future stars in GT and endurance racing. And I felt it was a good opportunity to put people together to start the next chapter.
The adaptation to the new car has been easier than I thought, to be honest. I think the Nissan was a very, very different driving style, and it took time to learn what the car needed to be quick in it. But with the Honda, and especially with the new Evo update on the car, it's a much more drivable package, and it's competitive for sure. I think it's only time until people realise how quick this car really is.
Struan's now in his 3rd year with us, and we get on really well with him. I think he's a very talented young driver, and I think he can go a long way. It's very early in the relationship, because this is only the 2nd race with this car, but dare I say, so far it's going extremely well. It is special. Chassis 22, number 22, JB 10-year livery, and I think it looks well on the car.
For me, I had no doubt when Jenson and I were talking about maybe doing something, a project, then to partner with Bob. It's such an experienced professional outfit.
Right now we find ourselves in a special position with obviously a new project with the Honda in Jenson's name.
The level of competition is is incredibly high because all the manufacturers are in it. I mean, if you take prototype racing, really, there's very few manufacturers in it, but they're all in this to a greater or lesser degree. So it is, they want the best, and they get the best because they're the manufacturers.
Bob doesn't feel it's time for him to walk away yet, and there was still hunger and appetite for them to start a new chapter of the team, so it's exciting.